Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian FX crosses, and starting with the Aussie yen here. The yen has had the pattern here very much like the stock market has, the S&P 500, DAX and so on, and we're expecting new lows to be made here. Yesterday we talked about being short below this point here. If you're short, that's good. Obviously, when you get down to 83 here, was the top of group one, we're going to see the market slow down and bounce from here. So if you're wondering where to take profit, then that would be one place to look at. But we're expecting it to come down a little bit lower here. Well, that's that. And the same with the Australian market here too. There's different ways to count all of this mess down here. I'm fully aware of all of that, but it doesn't. That's not really the point. Our basic target is 70. It can come lower than that as well. Just going to the 15-minute chart where we were working yesterday and looking to short down here now. It would be reasonably obvious to, it just depends on how you trade, of course. There's people scalping, 2-minute charts and so on, and other people trading trends of different degrees and so on. So it's hard to sort of say too much. But 70's a nice big number. The RBA kept the rates the same as expected, but one of the interesting things about this low that we're coming into at the moment, this is a low, this will be, we're looking for the low of the Australian dollar from here on in. So I think that's interesting, and we'll have a look at that over the next day or so. Look, either... let me just check on this a little bit. This looks like a fourth wave here, so it's best to lock in profits at 70, and if 70 becomes the retested resistance, then you can look to go down a bit lower from that point, but 70 is what we are looking at there. The next one is the Euro Aussie, and made a bit of a mistake here. I had the pound Aussie as a wave 4 here, as an A and a B and a C correction and moving up, but I hadn't done this one. I just wasn't sure because of this spike here as such, and a bit annoying, but that's that. So I thought that this what was a top in play here. So anyway, what we can do now is look to, it wasn't like we were short or anything, but we were looking to go short on this sort of rally here, but it's come back up past the 61.8% mark here. So it's likely that this is going to continue to move up higher in 5 waves. We've got wave 1 and 2 in here, so we're in the latter part of the 3rd wave here. But we can obviously expect the sort of, what have we got here? 162 here, perfect number, isn't it? 1618, 162. Wherever you see 62 or 162, you got to kind of really, bring that into play there, because we, use the Fibonacci numbers as price ratios, and in geometry terms with the Elliott thing, they all sort of fit in there one way or another. But anyway, main point here is we've got 1 and 2, and we're up into the 3rd wave. So we can't really go long into the 4th wave here because it's going to be time consuming and all the rest of it. But on a pullback of wave 4, we might be able to have a bit of a look at that. And the next one is the pound Aussie, which we pretty much sort of had here as an ABC, and this is working up here too, but this is not moving up very strongly here either, is it? So it could still fail. Where's the 61.8% on this one here? We're going to forget about that spike and work that that low here. So it's coming into the 61.8% mark here. So it can struggle and sort of fail from here somewhat. I mean, I can count 5 waves up through here as well. So we just need to be very cautious about this one. I wouldn't sort of, I probably wouldn't even go for it. There's probably some better opportunities on the euro section for this. So I mean, our main sort of trades here was the Australian yen and the Australian Aussie, and those two are sort of well underway for their particular moves. So we should really let this go here. Let me just have a look at. Not quite what I wanted. Sorry about that. This is just 100 ticks per bar here, that's all. Yeah, it's still got higher to go. Yeah, but it's in the later stages of the trend. You know, you can really start to see that, you know, it started off nicely here and it's quite sort of strong here. But what's occurring now is we're getting, you know, this structure overlapping this one overlapping this one. So it's struggling up there now, even though it can move higher. So we'll just have to leave that. And I just want to have a quick look at the Bitcoin here. It's Bitcoin daily chart, still in this little 4th wave here. We'll probably struggle to find support on top of group 1, which is 3 there. And eventually move down into making new lows below this wave 3 here. Then we can have a bit of a look at this. There's the Bitcoin trading along at that point. Well, we want to wait for this to finish. The other one was the US one, which we just want to have a look at, and that's just being sold off at. This is a medium level here, so you know it's doing I just haven't even bothered sort of looking at it really because you know I know it's going to be dancing around there for so long that it's just not worth like looking at just yet. So I'm not even going to pull it apart, you know what I mean? So it's still got all these sort of vibrations to do across here before we become interested in it. But we will, that's for sure. Save that. Okay, well that's it really. All good. Okay, cheers.